are certain places on Earth where nature offers up unique treasures, natural gifts that have grown in recognition to take their place in the world abroad. In southern Africa, there's a region known as the fairest Cape of all. This region is home to one of the major floral kingdoms of the world, and with over 4,000 different plant species, it boasts a richer plant life than the whole of the British Isles. And within this vast kingdom, there is a unique plant to be found. At the foot of the Cederberg Mountains in the southwestern Cape, there is a place called Clan William, the keeper of the key, which unlocks the secret of Rooibos. It's the only place in the world where the climate is ideal to grow this deliciously exotic tea. Rooibos has individuality. Directly translated, it means red bush, and it's become the tea of Africa. With its distinct reddish-brown color and a fine aromatic flavor, it offers a unique combination of color and taste, unlike any other brew. Rooibos is pure, as natural as Mother Nature herself. Rooibos contains no additives, preservatives or colorants, and it contains no caffeine. It is completely pure and natural. But what it does contain are no less than 9 essential minerals and trace elements. One of these is fluoride, which medical research has found to be particularly beneficial. And it has international appeal, as more and more people around the world are discovering what the folk of the Cederberg knew many years ago. It was these local inhabitants who originally made the discovery that the thin needle-like leaves of the Aspalathus linearis plant made a wonderfully flavorful brew. And so they were the first to harvest the wild Rooibos and discover the characteristic reddy brown color and sweet aroma which still distinguishes Rooibos today. Tradition has it that the locals learned how to process and dry the plant from the Malays who came to the region, and in many ways, those early methods have stood the test of time. Since Rooibos was first harvested, little has changed. The natural elements that worked together over a century ago to create this unique tea are still the same ones that work together today. Rooibos seeds are hard-shelled, and after being specially treated to increase their germination, the seeds are sown by the farmer during the late summer months of February and March. By the mid-winter months of June and July, the seedlings have reached a height of 10 to 15 centimeters and are planted in spaced rows in plantations where they are continually tended. From these new plantations, the farmer can expect to harvest his first Rooibos after 1.5 years. Harvesting then takes place annually, with the plants being cut approximately 35 centimeters above the ground. The farmer's share of the nurturing process has now been completed. From here, the harvested crop is taken to a central processing plant, where it is run through a shredder which cuts sheaves to uniform lengths of 5 millimeters. This ensures a neat final result when the end product is ultimately packaged. The shredded Rooibos is then sent along a conveyor belt to rollers which bruise the cuttings, an essential step along the way. This ensures that the important chemical process that is the secret of Rooibos will be allowed to unfold. After watering and airing, the Rooibos is left to ferment in piles. It's during this step that Rooibos obtains its characteristic color and flavor, and once this process has been completed, the cuttings are finally spread onto large drying yards, where the Rooibos will then be allowed to dry in the sun. Once it's dry, the Rooibos is collected by a special vacuum process. Following this, it's sifted, and then from the central processing plant, it's delivered to the Rooibos tea board. The Rooibos tea board was established in 1954 to uphold and promote the quality of Rooibos and to continually ensure that each and every harvest it receives complies to the standards it demands of its prescribed grades of quality. Here at the board, the Rooibos is sorted by experienced tasters into the various quality grades of super, choice and standard, according to its length of cut, color and, of supreme importance, its flavor and taste. After sorting and testing, the Rooibos is once again refined by sifting. Thereafter, it goes through a steam pasteurizing process to rid it of any harmful bacteria. It's also tested by microbiologists to ensure its purity. It's then once again dried on a warm air drying bed. The dried Rooibos is weighed on automatic scales and packed into 35 kilogram polypropylene bags. It's in this form that Rooibos is bought and collected from the board. Packaging firms, both locally and internationally, then pack the Rooibos into tea bags or loose leaf packs. And from here on, there are many uses for Rooibos and many ways to enjoy it. Rooibos is a drink of quality, and it's almost hard to believe that a drink so delicious can also be advantageous to your health. Worldwide, doctors and researchers are investigating and discovering just how beneficial Rooibos can be. Japanese scientists have discovered that Rooibos contains compounds which act as antioxidants, the same as the SOD enzyme found in the human body, and which is responsible for breaking down free radicals, elements that cause certain disorders like skin problems and other ailments. As a tea of purity, Rooibos contains no caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant which can be harmful to your health because it affects the central nervous system. This is something which we just don't need in our busy lives today, and it can lead to varied symptoms like irritability, headaches, disturbed sleeping patterns, and increased blood pressure. Caffeine can also cause gastric disturbances like nausea and vomiting. Rooibos contains very little tannin, a substance that affects the body's metabolism by decreasing absorption of certain nutrients like iron and protein. Growing children, and especially women, require added iron, so the decreased tannin can play an important role in improving the iron level of their diet. Rooibos contains less than half the tannin found in regular tea. But because Rooibos contains no caffeine and an insignificant amount of tannin, it simply doesn't have these harmful effects on the human body and can therefore be enjoyed in unlimited quantities. And for years, case studies have shown the benefits of Rooibos for everyone, from babies to the aged. It has been found to relieve insomnia and stomach cramps, and is therefore especially helpful for babies with colic when given in addition to the baby's daily milk requirement. For both mother and baby, Rooibos provides a soothing beverage that contains no stimulants. In adults, Rooibos also relieves symptoms of insomnia, allergies and nervous tension. This particularly makes it the ideal drink for the busy, pressurized executive who can continue to enjoy a beverage in unlimited quantities throughout the day without any harmful side effects. For the health and fitness conscious sportsman or woman, Rooibos provides the ideal thirst quencher after a tough workout. The figure conscious can enjoy its unique taste without sugar because its low tannin content makes it less bitter than normal tea. In fact, it's ideal for slimmers. Besides being a kilojoule-free drink, it also soothes the nerves of the dieter who often feels added stress from dieting. And there are so many ways to enjoy Rooibos. Rooibos is versatile. Once you've discovered the natural flavor of Rooibos, you'll uncover a world of tastes to suit everyone. Prepared in the same way as ordinary tea, it can be drunk hot or cold, with or without milk, with honey or with lemon. and as an ice drink, served with lemon or orange, or in a fruit punch or long cool cocktail, Rooibos stands in a class of its own. But that's not where its versatility ends. It's an ideal base for soups, stews and marinades, adding flavor and color, as well as being a natural tenderizer. In baking, Rooibos can be used as a substitute for water in any recipe. In other words, it's easy to be a gourmet cook with Rooibos and still be health conscious. Rooibos can also be used as a natural colorant to improve the color of herbal teas, for example. It's obvious that Rooibos is far more than just a tea. From first thing in the morning, Rooibos is a refreshing drink that's easy on the body. It's a drink that will take you through the day. At work, it's easy to prepare and thirst quenching. And tonight, Rooibos can help you get a good night's sleep. Once you've discovered Rooibos, you've discovered the secret of the cedarberg, the world's most exotic and natural drink. Taste the goodness in Rooibos, the tea of Africa.